Well,
I'm
you're
here with
now
Joey.
listening. Ah, yeah. Hey,
Now,
Jack.
uh,
Sorry for interrupting you on the
uh,
start.
uh, we did have Tony, but someone decided to be a little diva.
Yeah, hey, Jack. Yeah, hey, well, you see, what happened was I did actually. We were trying to get this working in other ways, weren't we? And maybe in the heat and the pressure, I did say a few things that might have just upset him. So, Tony, if you're listening, I do apologize. I'm going to try and get in touch with him, see if I can get him on the phone. But sorry. Oh, well, Jack, are you still there? Get in touch with him, see if I can get him on the phone. But sorry.
Whoops.
Whoops, what?
Well, you know,
Oh,
you
you're back. There's a
you didn't
slight
mean
delay.
it.
No, I didn't. But you can hear that ring in
Yeah.
the
Are you
background.
ringing him now?
Yeah, yeah, live on the show. Let's do it. No, maybe it just got cut off. Oh.
Tony doesn't love you anymore.
No, he doesn't. Team V has been disbanded. Yeah,
Ugh.
I was
Oh,
joking because if you weren't making it to
it's
the show, I
gonna
was
be
going to say.
really awkward at the drone out event.
Yeah,
Do you think he's
the
gonna show up?
drone game. I think he will, but I'll give him a hug. I'll say, look, I'm sorry, man. He has to understand that it was pressure, and I didn't mean to. Well, I don't know. I didn't say anything bad, but he's very passionate about starting on time, and for that, he's entirely commended. And it through and through to the last minute, he wanted us to start. So, perhaps
I
it's.
think I think he I think he, I think he snapped when he was like when you called him a whiny little bitch. Oh God, hang on. Oh, we are. He just texted me live on YouTube.
Has he? Maybe he's trying to show. Maybe I didn't upset him too much.
Do
Let's hope so.
you want in? I'm making Jay
So, if you don't want to
feel.
speak, I'll just talk to everyone else. We've got White Spike currently listening. We do know we've at least got one listener. And if anyone goes to paringon.co.uk, you will be able to find the link to listen to this live. Obviously, that's only for as we're recording it live.
I will send him the link. And via Facebook. That's all I can do.
Well, we can share this out as well on other
Yeah.
parts. So.
So,
Excellent.
if you're wondering what
Yeah.
I'm up to, I've made it to Sharpoo status, and my buttons on my Tyrannus have sunk in and broken. So my Tyrannus no longer works, which really does suck.
Ouch. So, what are you going to be doing for this weekend? Because it is the Let's Drone Out games where we're actually going to be. Where can we get if we can get some live chat on here? We are looking for different games to play. So, someone came up today. Some
If you had
interesting ones. Are
some,
you going to be able to fly any of these? Yeah, yeah. It was a sub 250 size quad beer lift competition, and the winner has to drink the beer. So, in other words, whoever's winning different things, everyone's going to win different events because people are going to start getting drunk. Don't fly drunk, people. It's not fun.
and it voids your insurance.
Does. But yeah, there's some other ones like trying to cut a weight off of a quad. So in other words, you've got to try and lose a cargo. That was a good one. Yeah, there's some interesting ideas. I think there's an egg and drain race. There's some others in there, limbo and all sorts.
I'm
But
waiting.
we're open to suggestions.
Damn it.
What's
I
wrong?
can't. Can you call someone directly from the Hangout?
I think you have to add them as a participant, do you not? So, you have to invite somebody else onto it. I think because you initiated it, you can do that. I'm only a participant.
God, I did. Yeah, I can't add him to a call at all.
Tony.
Yeah, I can't. I sent
Just ask him if he's annoyed with me. Just so I can rest easy at night. I can sleep again.
Facebook link. Just click it, please. That's it. Well, we're trying to. Yeah, welcome to the most interesting episode where you try and.
Yeah, well, we're
I'm not
spreading
gonna,
people
I'm not
out.
gonna lie, right, Jay? You let yourself down there. You snapped at Tony whilst you're trying to make things work. I just ignore Tony during that, but trying
You
to
know-
get Tony
Yeah.
to learn how to use technology is a fucking nightmare. That I give you full permission to snap at. No Facebook on laptop.
The trouble with me is I've not had a weekend at home where I can rest and relax. So I've been waking up in Hidden Valley in the back of a car and in a tent and been down to Salisbury. I've been all over and trying to find new flying spots around a new city. It's pretty bad. So I guess, Tone, sorry, like my tiredness, my snappiness comes with not being rested and relaxed.
Can't ring only.
But the worst part is you talking about this radio show in slow-mo as you type a message to Tone. That's what we've got to stop. So maybe you have to just stop talking as you type, and I'll fill in those blanks.
Yeah, thank you. I know it's.
I mean, it's quite interesting. We've had a whole year on the air, and I haven't made everyone. You've made most of them, pretty much 99.9% of them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how it's a year on and how much has changed in the hobby, the industry. We've had people come and go over time. It's been an adventurous first year, and thank you to all the listeners because that's who's making it work. The various sponsors as well, I suppose.
And sponsors, yep.
Yeah.
Got to remember those guys, helped us.
Yeah.
And paid our way for us to bring a show.
I suppose
on.
It's not just us talking, is it? There's editors. There's a lot of people involved in some way or another over time. Even the platform to run on carrying on with Sharpstream and stuff like that. It's a journey through many people to make this happen. But you, largely, Jack.
Now my Google Hangouts chat message thing to Tony's no longer working. Like, I literally give up. I don't have another way of sending Tony a message.
Oh, hold on a second. We have Tone on the line, I believe.
No.
Tony,
I am here, you idiot.
Ah, there we go.
Oh my god, I got Tony to use
Back
technology.
to the original cue.
And
Sorry,
it
so Tony, I need to know. Are you annoyed
I've
with
been
me?
waiting for 40 minutes.
Tone, I'm sorry if I snapped in because I thought I'd annoyed you.
You did.
No, I got cut off and waited for everyone to ring me back and no one did.
Because we were trying to set up some stream in different ways and I snapped a little bit you just saying, please stop whinging, we can't start just yet, please just help us meditate.
Yes, I did hear you say that.
Awkward. So awkward.
But Team V is still back, at least in full capacity.
So what the hell's going on? Am I recording? Should I record myself?
You don't have to. It's full recording on YouTube.
To be honest, we just thought this is a different thing 1 year on. We'll try something different for our birthday. Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. We're trying not to get everything working on time and stuff, but that's how we've always done
It's because Frank doesn't love us anymore and doesn't trust me with the login.
Oh, no, he does. I think it's because we've had changes. We've had changes. Yeah.
I think it's the goddamn trains again, isn't it?
Well, he was affected by Thameslink, the other train operator to cause issues.
Are available.
Yeah. So Jack, every so often, Tony, if you haven't been listening, Jack starts typing and reads slowly as he types what he's, reads what he's typing.
Yeah.
But
like an old person, I just need to get my read on and hold the phone as far away as possible. Stick my tongue out a little bit.
Well, let's bring Miss Moneypenny back for a moment, and we'll tell everyone that we're somewhere else because we are.
Have you got the correct link? Would you like the correct link?
Yeah, if you send me the correct link, and then
if you click on the links and then YouTube page, here you go, there, and I will go into the other Google Hangouts and click on this bit, and then press Control and P and V, and then there you go. So it's Let's Drone Out. It's a picture of me holding a little screwdriver up in the air. Tony, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm fixing my Tyrannus.
Hold on. You realise I was typing that. I got to find that now. Can you
Do you
not
want me to
paste
put
it?
it in Facebook?
Right.
Yeah,
Like, there's not
put it in
much else.
Skype. Put it in Skype, and then I'll find it. And then I
Oh
can
yeah,
paste it
we
on
have
Facebook and
Skype.
everywhere. We have everything ready to try and get this working. Yeah.
Jesus, man. Like every I can't imagine how bandwidth is
Skype would have.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely horrendous.
If you can't listen
So-
in because you're listening from somewhere where it
So,
doesn't relate to get to YouTube, we're sorry.
What's up,
Are we
Tom?
live through Let's Drone Out or not?
Technically, we're live as Let's Drone Out, but we're on Google Hangouts with just
yeah,
different
on my
streams.
YouTube page.
People can hear us, can they?
If
Yeah.
they tune in, if they join the Hangout,
people.
yeah. It's like live stats as well. So once we share it out on Facebook and stuff like that, we can get more people joined in.
Have we started properly then or not?
Kinda, yeah. We had an intro, yeah. But you were allowed to topic of conversation actually, Tony, because interestingly enough, this is how it all started. If you've not heard from the start, Jack, myself, and Tony were down at Jack's, where you're seeing the video from, and we all sat around with some microphones and recorded our first show. That was the night I was going back on the train at 3 a.m. after leaving Brighton at midnight, flying a drone on the train. I'm not sure if you're allowed to or not. There was no signs saying I couldn't fly it whilst the train was travelling at 70 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour. So, and it was like dead. There was nobody in there. I thought, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what are you trying to figure out? How many laws?
Well, I was seeing it. Well, relatively, I've flown it at 70 miles an hour on a 3-cell battery because it was only 3-cell at the time, which is pretty impressive. Even just
So you were
hovering,
flying in
it was-
the train?
yeah. Well, I had all my stuff coming down for the show.
Doing 70.
I flew down there, and on the way back, I thought, after recording the first ever Let's Drone Out, I got to fly. There was nowhere else to do it. It was empty. There was someone snoring all the way down. I didn't fly it down the passage or anything. I just hovered it from one table to another next to me. But I mean, it was traveling at whatever speed the train was, so technically it was flying that fast. But it wasn't. So I was bored. I'd already had 3 hours on the way down. My laptop died on the way down, so I couldn't play a sim on the way back. So what else was I to do? You got to fly wherever. But I checked for signs on the side of the train. It said it's not ruling to the current UK regulations because it's CAA.
Yeah.
It was indoors. So yeah, I checked.
So is it traveling? Is it traveling 70 mile an hour relative to you or relative to someone outside? To you, isn't
to
it?
somebody outside? No, to me it's not.
No,
It's
yes,
relative
to you it's
It's
hovering, isn't it?
But maybe someone should try to do one of the mag trains, the high speed trains, and break the. It's pointless. Don't bother. Yeah.
No, because you could theoretically break a drone speed record by
I
going on a
know.
fast
You
train,
could,
hovering it, and that means you're actually flying.
but you're
I don't know
not.
what is the top speed of a drone. I've seen 106 mile an hour, I think.
Which is what, like 150 kilometers or something. Yeah, 160.
So what's the high speed train go at?
400 kilometers. I don't know. It's you can get stupidly fast ones, but at least 200 kilometers an hour. So at least 100 and 200. Yeah, probably at least 150 miles an hour.
So if
I
you
think some of the French
bullet
ones.
train,
I'm no train spotter, but I think the fastest is like 860 kilometers per hour. A Japanese one or
Whoa.
something. So, but let's face it, you're not. You're hovering. You're only hovering, Tony. You can only get around it by saying, well, relatively, it's flying fast.
yeah,
No.
but we could break the
You could
speed.
break some laws, probably. Yeah.
Let's break some laws.
This weekend, Tony attaches a rocket to his drone.
Yeah, that would work.
Invites the Guinness World Records down to see how many laws he's broken.
You used to be able
do
to.
that.
Boasts
You
about
can
it
actually
on the
buy.
internet.
You can actually buy rocket planes where fire a rocket on a plane. They're actually been available quite some time. So you could theoretically just get it in a hover, put a load of rockets on one side. As long as you can maintain your pitch and stuff, you'd probably be able to fly it fast forward. Excellent.
But
So what are you doing with your trainer? So I can see you doing stuff there, Jack.
my buttons broke. You know, like on the
Oh, what they push through?
mine finally pushed through. Like Carlos.
Yeah, mine's done it as well. Brad has done it. Brad has used to use a lighter He used to
Yeah,
stick his
yeah.
light, take the lighter off and then stick the
Tone, could
the
you not
bit in there.
dress up a bit more for the birthday bash? Did you think a tank top was appropriate?
A tank top is a vest.
I don't know which is worse.
A tank top.
It's my
It's
strappy
hot.
top. It's what I wear on the weekend. He's gonna.
It's hot, you homos. I thought you'd like it,
But
especially
you're
Jack.
the one showing the skin.
I'm just doing it for Jack.
All right. Jack, are you impressed?
Yep. And slightly aroused.
See? Oh shit.
So
That's
Jack's
it.
There you go.
been fixing his tractor.
My antenna on my Tyrannus has all of a sudden gone very erect. RSSI critical.
As the golden rule happens, I cannot just take one quad to the Hidden Valley, so I really have another one to fix tonight, but I'm not going to do it live on air. I'll just do it later. Oh, Tony's lying down now. Excellent.
Oh,
Look at that.
Shooting out, man.
He's too hot for you, baby. Remember, it's too hot.
I'm on.
he's laying down. Where's the dog?
In bed with Tony. We should check on the
Oh,
joiners on Hangouts to see
Tony's
Tony
frozen.
showing
Uh,
skin,
The
laying down
video.
actively.
I am turning this off.
Oh my god, that's amazing. Who would have thought? Let's throw it out and turn it into a Tony porn movie. Ba-da-ba-dum.
Draw me like
Yeah,
one of
I
my
see
French
one of
girls.
our
Well-
Patreon things has got my name on it, Jack.
Oh yeah, for anyone who gives a monkeys, yep, we've now got a Patreon, and if you'd like to donate and help support us, we just need $10.46 to be able to host the episodes for iTunes. We OMG in bed with Tony.
Indeed. In fact, maybe Tony, if people start giving on Patreon, maybe for this one we can even get Tony to do more for him. They can write a suggestion
Well, I'm
what
gonna-
they want. Tony, he's gone, but he'll be back.
Back.
Ooh, hello.
Yeah,
No, but it does cost
so-
money to run these things, doesn't it? And put it
Yeah,
up the
and-
street and all that.
and all our hard work as well.
Have we got any numbers who are coming the weekend? I see the weather's not going to be too brilliant.
No, it's going to be fine. I've got my sunshine machine ready to go.
Good,
Last
good.
time,
I don't
last time-
want there to be any wind because I want to fly my wing again.
You mean you want to float your wing?
Well, yeah, I liked climbing up and then just cutting the power and just cruising around.
Is that your first ever plane, fixed wing? Thing?
That's my first ever fly of one, yeah.
no,
Really?
didn't you own a plane and then you gave it to Dan?
Only
Yeah,
a plane
yeah.
and flying it, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
you
You don't
must
fly
have
it.
Yeah.
flown-
I got given it and then I give it away to
You
Dan.
never flew it.
No.
You never flew it. So this is the first fixed wing aircraft, whether it's a wing or plane, you've flown. Wow.
Yeah.
So it's the first time you've probably done line of sight as well for a display this year. Fixed wing. It's a year of trying new things for you, Tone.
It is, isn't it? Especially the line of sight stuff, yeah.
You know what though? I've never flown a wing. I've got a few planes. I might bring one down, but I've never flown a wing. So I might fly yours. That's cool.
Yeah, bring it down, man. It's 6.4 mile an hour winds on Saturday.
Yeah, but that's fine
What-
for quads, and a wing, because like lighter planes will get blown around. But Dom and I flew on the summer party barbecue for the Thursday night show, and it was 40-mile-an-hour winds and gusts. That torrential weekends a couple of weekends ago, and we flew, and you don't notice it with a fast quad, really.
No.
Yeah, you
Winds-
go faster one way than the other, but it's totally flyable.
You just up your eye, don't you, if you get a bit of wind? And that holds the correct pitch of the
I don't know, you
quad.
compensate,
Mhm.
compensate, don't you? You you fly as you're just flying for, and you. I don't know. Maybe if you take him to the nth degree, but just to have a fly, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And once you get over the fear factor of wind, I think it's fine.
So how?
Unless you're in a Phantom, in which case there is a limit.
Yeah,
And it was battling.
I have
Not
flown in
really.
15-mile-an-hour winds with my Phantom, and it was like just hovering. It was like that.
There was a couple of points with the Phantom when I was flying that gusty weekend, and it wouldn't come forward unless I whacked it into sports mode, and it could go that little bit faster and drop down. But yeah, they have more of a limit. But if you can fly something at 60 miles an hour, 40-mile-an-hour winds just means you got to go that little bit slower the other way, or even faster one way. So it's fun. I don't care if this weekend's windy. I hope it's just dry.
I do because I want to fly my wing, Jay.
Does not revolve around you in your vest, Tony.
Why not? Vest is better than what you called it earlier.
I'm going to go through all the names. That's just the second one. Let's look up some more.
What is it? Tank top, strappy top, boob chip.
I'm at home chilling out. I didn't think I was going to be on video doing whatever we're doing.
Okay, if you want to take a 5-second break, don't speak anything. We'll go back to Jack and we'll come back to you wearing something else. Quick change, come on, for the birthday bash. Off you go. Come on.
Get your nipples
There
out.
we go.
Come on. Get that lovely
He's
dress.
off. He has
Come
gone.
on. It's your party. You can
You know,
dance if you want.
Oh, there's a hat. There's a hat. It's
Is
not-
it? Oh, what is it?
Oh.
Got to get his little rotor
Well,
shirt.
Okay.
That you stole.
Since you were complaining so much whilst you're trying to set up, every 15 minutes you have to go do something different. Then you're on video, so
Let's see what Jay Cheapco is wearing.
you can't. I got no camera.
Isn't he
I'm on my
wearing
PC.
like
If I'd
a
known, I would have. If I'd known
sandal?
we're doing this, I would have
Is
set
he
up, charged up the laptop. I'm actually in a shirt. I've got back from work. Shirt and trousers, actually. Yeah.
That exact.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
What are you doing to fix your Trannis in case anyone else has got the same problem?
I used a bit
Obviously
of CA.
taking it apart.
I've used a bit of CA, which is probably not the best thing to do, because like the fumes could fog the plastic screen, but I can't be fucked. And oh, that's a point. We could swear on here. Fuckity fuck 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 fuck.
We don't need to though, but yeah.
Yeah. But then when the editor then streams it off here, and yeah, then he's got to edit it. Then I'm really sorry. Sorry, editor.
You
You can swear,
idiot.
though. The internet does accept
Yeah.
swearing these days, so fuck it.
iTunes doesn't. Yeah,
Ah.
so I just a bit CA, but I do believe Joshua Bardwell, the lovely man, he I think he fixed his Tyrannus in that way, and it's only a small little dot of glue. There's like a little. Did any of you play for like Warhammer and stuff?
No.
Sorry, Jack, you're on your own there, mate.
I was tempted a few times, but I'm so glad I didn't.
Is it spool? Is that what they call it? Like air
You're
fit,
asking to somebody else might be able to.
that you clip off, like that holds everything together.
Oh, Airfix.
Spool? Is that it?
Sparring.
Huh?
Spar. You mean when you break off bits off a spar, a plastic spar?
Is it a spar?
It's a spar.
Oh,
I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
But what that's
Well,
got to do with
it's
Warhammer,
kind of like that holds all the 3 buttons together, and there's like little dots.
Oh, right. I don't know.
I
think
don't know.
that's-
There must be some sort of technical term for it.
Well,
But I just put a little dab of CA on there.
you know,
But,
speaking of transmitters, I actually read some interesting and good news this week.
Yep.
Because obviously I had a problem with a Spectrum radio. You send it off, even 5 years down the line. I think I've had a radio for 8 years. I'm going to send it to them. They'll fix it free of charge. So they would fix
Spectrum.
it. Yeah. They've finally brought the cost of their receivers down, of the diversity quad band or quad diversity race receiver, which is like a satellite receiver, has an auto bind, so you don't need to bind it through another receiver. They've brought it down to $25 finally, whereas in the UK they'd cost 46 quid per receiver.
That's
And
a-
that was always one of the appealing things of going for a Tyrannus, because the receivers are much cheaper going down that route.
if you can get hold of any.
Well, yeah, but half price essentially now for life. So it's just going to take probably a bit of time before all the UK suppliers sell their stock at the extortionate rate before we start to see any savings.
Tony,
Yes.
can you guess what this is?
I can't see it. Hold on. Let me see if I can make you bigger.
Can I give an answer?
Yeah, you can.
Triumph.
Oh, yeah.
Do I win
This
it
is-
now?
This is a
Excellent.
no,
I need this.
it's-
Oh,
it's-
damn!
it was a birthday present from my friend Simon.
Oh,
Thank
that is awesome.
So, Tony, you've flown
Well,
with
hold
these.
on, hold on.
Yeah, I do. They're good.
Hold on. I've got mine here. I'll hold it up in birthday.
Are they any good?
Why are we getting our triumphs out?
Okay. Jack,
Right.
I swapped to them recently, and I'm flying, and I've never looked back. They're tough on crashes, which is good, although depends how you crash. And yeah, I've found that they work pretty rock solid. Whereas I know some others do, like the Animways were pretty damn good as well. I just like
Animways.
the right. Okay. I like this just for the more durability of it, and yet many people I know that have broken them, but it's been good for me.
And they're light. I mean, to me, they last about 2 months, and then I have to replace them.
2 months is pretty good for you, man.
Yeah,
2 months for
exactly.
any antenna is pretty good.
That's why I think they're good.
I think the only
Yeah.
I
Why?
think the only thing I've known
Hmm.
that you made last for 2 months is because you've lost it down the sofa or something. Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I think it cut out for him, or he's frozen, so he can't defend.
Maybe he's
himself.
lost his internet connection down the sofa.
Yeah.
He's stuck on that seductive pose if you look down the
You
You know
can.
what? This is quite a good format. If I'd known, I would have got a camera plugged in and organised. But
Yeah.
oh, he's back. Kinda. Broken
Right.
Tony. Tony's broken like his quads in 2 months' time.
Yeah. That's it.
But he flies hard.
If you stop your video for a bit,
Maybe, no, I think his bandwidth's not holding up for his video.
Am
And that's-
I?
if you turn your video off for a second, Tone, and you might get better audio.
yeah.
Anyway,
It's really funny because like even his like error, his like gibberish sounds a bit moany
relates.
as well. Like,
And you know what? It also relates to what we were just saying about how he doesn't keep anything long enough because he breaks
I
it.
know. I'm sure that laptop's seen better days as well.
Maybe
bless it.
maybe it's the internet karma.
He bought a new laptop. I think he's already broke that as well, or something happened to it. Like he filled the hard
It is
drive
good.
with
It is
footage.
kind of weird. It's kind of weird how we've all just come back for this episode. It's so weird that like we would have had Frank on, and possibly somebody else or so, but well, thanks to the infrastructure in the UK at the present time, we didn't have him. Which means it is back to the original three.
Yeah. Frank's got no way of joining in apparently. He can't even get onto like the lowest bandwidth of the video on YouTube. Like the what is it, 144p, I think. And he said like you can't even watch that without it like stuttering and jumping.
It must be a
he's
fault.
He's got no chance. Do you want to do some quad news then? Seeing as
As we're going through, have you got some?
I
can find mine.
I feel bad because I'm literally stealing it probably from Frank, who
Fine.
has done all the hard work.
I'm
and
sure he would like us to carry on that flag of Let's Drone Out. So thank you, Frank,
Yeah.
for doing the hard work this week.
That's it. People, what is it? 13. I think last time I checked, it was like what was it? I went in and chatted to Frank, and he said like 14 tickets have sold or something.
Oh, that's
So-
pretty good. I mean, I've been selling it up this way, and I'm hoping to get some flyers like Bruno down,
Yeah.
and Neo if he can make it, Neo NJ Tech. He'd be,
That would be
he'd
nice to have him on. I got on with him.
Well, we were down for Clinton's birthday bash. Clint's hopefully can make it down. So, but yeah, it's gonna be. I think ticket sales. I think it still needs to be checked on tickets. That's the thing. People might not book tickets, but a lot of them they pay into it. It's such a cheap weekend.
Yeah,
£16.
like
Fact,
most people will show up.
Where's
and
our
be like,
chat? Because we need to post
take our
the
money.
link. Yeah. Oh, actually, Hidden Valley's good that you can book out frequencies. So for the event that's running this weekend, it's good that we can do that. But there is a costs that are covered for that and stuff. So it's good that it's such a cheap weekend, and that includes the camping overnight, which is usually tenner anyway.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if you're in the area, or even if you want to travel, it's at Hidden Valley. I'll find the link on Eventbrite, and then we can share it.
Did you? Yep. So it's this weekend. Also, don't forget, I've put a link up in our Facebook and everything else for our Patreon. Let's Drone Out Patreon. If you can donate anything you can to keep the show going. We only need $11 a month.
$11, £11.
Can you speak that in real language, please?
But they're about
Real,
the same.
£8,
real money.
£8, which converts to $10.48.
It was actually our exchange rate at the moment is 1 to 1.2. It's so low. The pound is so weak against the dollar.
Horrific.
So
$12.
actually, it's about $12, £11.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
Thanks. Great.
Yeah. Did anyone see the? We've got a show, a drama show on UK TV.
Oh dear.
By the way, if any of you are watching BBC iPlayer from today and you don't have a TV license, you're now breaking the law. If you own a laptop and your mother is alive and she doesn't live near a river, you're also breaking the law. If you're vegan and you own only one dog, you're also breaking the law. Anyway.
If I drive outside of
got
someone's
this
house, hold
drama
on, Jack,
TV.
Jack. If I drive out someone's house and access their wireless, but I'm outside on a laptop, am I breaking the law?
If you don't have a TV license, then yeah.
No, if I'm borrowing,
If you-
yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It is crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's Casualty.
No, I'm not
Casualty.
going to speak.
We had a casualty on UK TV, and the actual show was called Casualty. And it's drone related, isn't it, Jack? I did see a snippet of it. I couldn't watch it. It's too horrific.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I saw I saw a snippet.
So basically, you don't even see it. You just see a guy, see a drone. He looks up, and then it smashes into the back of a tail rotor of a helicopter. This is fictional.
And the helicopter was flying too low.
Yeah.
I think air ambulance, it's allowed to.
Okay. They
Anyway.
can watch Casualty without a TV license. Is Casualty on BBC? It is, isn't it? It's BBC.
It is, yes.
So if you want to watch this, you'll have to pay. Just itching my foot. Hang on.
Oh, it looks like you're itching something else there.
Yeah.
Not that low down.
Yeah.
You gotta show a bit more skin from Tone. Come on.
Yeah, that's it. Tony, it's that vest, mate. I don't know what you're on about. I can see your nipples.
It must be on YouTube. This clip. Let's find it. Because then you're allowed to watch it there wherever you are.
I've got it.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Hang on. I don't know whether it's YouTube. Hang on. It's on express.co.uk, I think. I don't know what player they use. But hang on. Yeah, they've got a player. Screw it, that'll do. There you go. Link is in the chat. There you go. www.express.co.uk Showbiz TV / Casualty 30th anniversary helicopter crash. Itching again. Got such an itchy foot. And yeah, just oh god, it's not good for us because there's some people that are gonna think that's A, real, B, is gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like,
The majority of people who watch Casualty think it's all real.
yeah, I suppose. I do not share Tony's views or beliefs.
I do, and it's true.
Yeah.
There
Same
is
as
some
EastEnders.
shooting.
EastEnders is real, isn't it?
No, but
Yeah.
people associate with the characters to actually think they're real.
Oh my god.
I'm watching the clip again right now in full. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, they just picked someone up.
And then at the end of all this carnage, like, you know, people get cut up, bits explode, everyone dies. It's all the drones' fault. Kill all drone users. Put them on a list like a pedo. Fucking ban everything. They're gonna make America great again. What else can I say?
I don't know. Something you can't say much more offensive than what you've just said in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, we should just get to see, because I'm watching this in full, the full dramatized thing, because I only just saw the bit where it was going up to the helicopter. I never watched anything after it, and now I've just seen the horrific onslaught that drone caused. Oh my, oh my. There is, you know what it reminds me of? Hold on. There is still, we're waiting on the results to be published of what a drone would do.
Yeah, it's called bounce off.
I know. But until that happens, there's nothing to come back with, is there? You can't change anything of what that's now done for the hobby.
Yeah.
But do you not find when people because obviously there's people that fly and know about this stuff, and then there's people that either see it on the news or even know about it. Do you not find people come up and say, "Oh, did you see?" Like they'll be in conversation, they'll make reference to what they've seen on telly or the news, like whether it goes over a prison or whether the plastic bag incident, you know. So they just drop it in conversation, and it's just say shrug it off and just say, well, it wouldn't happen, blah blah blah. And that's the downside of something that people don't understand, and it's not going to change. I think it's just
fictional, not real.
Burn your TVs. It's the best thing you could do, and just
I'm gonna say.
And your TV license.
Yeah, I'm paying for trash. Just watch everything on YouTube. Download anything else from other countries where you're legally allowed to.
Or just, if anyone asks about it, just say, yeah, that was a frozen drone.
yeah.
That one wasn't fully defrosted.
It was made of hardened steel. Most of them aren't, but that was hardened steel.
Yeah, that's it. Mine's only plastic. Mine's carbon fibre. Tony's is made out of
when
plastic.
it hits a tree.
Plastic propellers. I mean, how much damage? I mean, it is honestly gonna be like a small fly bumping into. It's gonna annihilate the drone. Flick it off like it's nothing.
Did you ever see the helicopter hit the wire when it was putting up the Christmas tree in New Zealand? I think.
Was that bad?
Well, it wasn't a drone. It was a steel cable that was running from one side to the other.
Yeah, steel. And it has the power to like wind up and bind and then stop the.
It has give and everything. Yeah, it wouldn't just. It's not an immovable object, for one.
Yeah.
I'll paste it. If you've never seen it, it's actually no one was hurt. But it's an interesting thing to see if you've never seen it before.
Okay.
Let me get
Aren't all air ambulances now got the enclosed rear?
Yes, they do. Because for things like that, where they might touch a power line, they're designed not to have.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they've got to land in a park or something like that.
Exactly. Here we go.
I'm not being funny. Like, who flies a drone near a... Oh, there's a helicopter here. You know what I mean? You're going to be
it's like he couldn't hear it coming.
I know.
Oh, I'll just take off now. Now I can hear it fucking blatantly 20 foot above my head. Ooh!
And the other side of it is that it has a massive top rotor, right?
Which would blow him down.
Yeah, massive.
Exactly.
I have no hope of getting my drone anywhere near the downforce of that. I'm just gonna. If I came at a helicopter, all it's gonna do, like literally, my gyro is gonna shit itself.
Yeah.
Like
So much
whether I run
downwash.
Okay,
or
okay, Jack.
no amount of eye gain is gonna help. Sorry.
If you look at the second link, which has the time to the minute, you'll see this was actually on the main rotor blades. So not just the not the tail rotor, but the main rotor blades, and you'll see what happens. It's good to watch. It's fascinating. In fact, I've seen it a few times.
Was
I
it an
can't-
air ambulance or a police chopper?
It was a normal chopper. It was
Yeah. I'd just like to say thank you for having the. Oh Jesus. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? It's sort of like off
yeah.
centered, like no longer was the blades balanced. It kind of
No.
it just shook
It-
itself to pieces. That's really strange.
It cut through the rear tail boom as well. You'll see.
Yeah, I
it
saw
kind of
that.
shakes itself apart. So yeah, it wouldn't have caused the carnage that Casualty would have had. I mean, I think everyone was fine, thankfully. But whew, what a! How many times have you watched it now,
I think
Jack?
the
How many times have you watched it?
I
Yeah.
think the guys hurt themselves more by throwing themselves at the metal barriers.
Really? Yeah, you
one
have to watch it a
guy.
couple of times. Like, shit!
Do you know what's ironic?
One of them
though,
falls
is that
over one of the other guys trying to run away.
The helicopter did the most damage to itself, which is
Yeah.
sort of a bit odd. Poor Tony can't watch this, but Tony.
I don't know if I'd be getting that close to those rotor blades whilst it was still spinning like that. I mean, they're brave to get these guys out and stuff.
Oh yeah, you don't. You're not going to leave them in there.
But, that's how a helicopter crashes. In a bad way from something that hits one of the blades. And, okay, it would have still spun around differently on the Casualty thing. But, nah, who knows?
I'm gonna put the. If anyone would like to come, I'm gonna put the Eventbrite LDO games in the chat. Tony, speaking of first for you, are you gonna enjoy participating in a freestyle event?
Tone has gone. You scared him off now. You said freestyle to Tony and whether he'd participate, and you've scared him off. Come on, we've been too mean to him tonight now.
At first, there was LOS Tony, and then there was Tony with a wing.
And now, the
Then
next installment, the one we never thought possible. Tony flying freestyle. Yeah. Man's coming right for us!
I know, that's it. Mind that helicopter.
There's no lines. Where do I fly? What gates do I fly through? Yeah.
You can do, Tony, anything you want.
I have found when I'm in Salisbury, there's one spot where you can fly up past this baseball net. Think cricket nets? But it's just a small ring, and you can drop straight into it, and there's a wide opening. So if you're lined up properly, you fall into the nets and fly forward out of the nets. It is awesome.
Whoa,
We've got to
calm down there, Sharpoo.
But no. But I think we need more baseball nets in the UK. That's what I'm saying. If you haven't flown one, you haven't experienced that joy.
Tony is gone. It's completely gone.
He has. You scared him off completely. His internet couldn't handle it. The whole meltdown that's happened where he's at now.
I think his laptop's really.
I think Tony's overheated.
And or caught on fire.
Yeah. Do not be on fire, Tony. Do
Tony-
not be on fire.
Tony left group chat. Right,
Yeah.
more news other
Yeah.
than
Helicopters.
No, I shut down the news. No history. Sorry. Just clicking on this. Private press show. Upcoming events. Amazon's secret thing. The new Eachine VR D2. 5-inch screen goggles that kind of look like the oh God, what are they called now? Quantum goggles, but they're already pre-built. Diversity, 40 channel, race band, runs on 5.8, of course.
Ooh.
Any interest, Jay? Do you
Yeah.
care?
No, I do. To be honest, I just bought a receiver today and it turned up and it was RPSMA and I didn't think it was. But luckily I had an old shitty one. Sorry, rubbish antenna from somewhere.
Yeah.
But no, I got no money for this stuff at the moment. I need to just sell myself to get the money for this hobby.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've heard you're now engaged. Congratulations.
yeah, yeah.
How did that happen?
It's been on the cards for quite some time actually. And actually, yeah.
You little stud
I mean,
muppet.
no, we're not going to go for a full-on wedding and stuff, but it's just early days.
Oh.
Yeah, she's dear to me, and I think a lot of her. She won't be listening. We had a discussion about drones. You're always flying. He's like, I know, I know, but more than I'm getting out. So, yeah, cool. Always
Security
cool.
check required on Facebook. Are you looking forward to the oh God, what do you call it? The what is it? The London bloody no, it's at the end.
Commercial UAV show.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is October, isn't it? It's coming around soon.
Yeah,
Right?
soon. It's going to be our little anniversary.
You coming along to? Yeah, actually, you're going to be there with the Hidden Valley crew.
I think so.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, so I should get the dates for that. Do you know the dates actually? That's worth a mention. Because Hidden Valley, there's a lot of people that listen to this show may not even know what Hidden Valley is. I've actually introduced a few people, including NJ Tech and a few other flyers from up this way, Cambridge sort of Bedfordshire way, to Hidden Valley. But it's actually it's unique in what it represents. So it's good that we can run these events there and stuff. But Hidden Valley. We need more things like that, I think, essentially. But for people to fly and not have to worry about people who have seen TV stuff.
Tony, are you back?
Tony's back. What's he going to be wearing? No. Tone.
No.
Tone. Steve
says-
Tone. Where? See, I'm more inclined to swear on Google Hangouts.
Yeah, I know. Well, what can you do?
Thanks, Steve.
Yep. Steve said, "Yeah, congrats." Aw. Well done, Jay, for being lovable.
You know what? This summer has been pretty good in the UK for flying. I've really loved my Q8 VR and its setup. And my ventures into KISS. Hidden Valley
You
mostly.
got KISS?
Yeah, I've
KISS
been flying.
forward?
Yeah, no, not ASCs, but KISS. And yeah, I'm now I've had beta flight for so long, and 3 came out. I haven't tried 3 yet, really. But I'm gonna whack that on my clone SP racing board for the other Hackabat quad. But I'm liking KISS. It's done me well. It flies, smoothly and also how I want it responsibly. So, and that's a big thanks to NJ Tech for just doing a little tune on it.
Oh.
So for that, I thank him so much. No, he's cool. I liked spending time with him. He's awesome. But when you find good flyers in your area and you can learn a lot from them, I think it's key.
I know. Well, I mean, I hung out with Oscar Lang for a while and Dan Upton, and the osmosis is unreal. Like, just hanging out with those sorts of people.
Well, a little bit of a news flash, I suppose, is he's up for doing little sort of segments because he's very technically capable. I mean, he's known a lot, and he used to fly 3D helis and stuff, so he's always had that long-term RC experience and fly planes and everything. It's rare to find someone who's had a lot of experience in all the disciplines of RC, 3D helis, planes, and quads. So he's up for just doing like a monthly or whatever tech time. So if you have questions and stuff, they can pose it to him, and I mean, even. Like he's got his name out there. His YouTube channel is NJ Tech, if you haven't heard of it. But he's been on the show once, if you heard that one.
What was he reviewing last time? Because like loads of people, like you got bloody loads of hits on the. He reviewed something the other day.
There's a GCEP or something frame, which is a Banggood frame, but it flies. I was lucky enough to see its maiden, and my God, it was fast. And he had some issues where, because this is what I like about him, he fixes whatever issue he encounters. What happened was, because the board, how it was mounted, is such a tight build, he was having issues where he couldn't tune out certain things on his yaw, and basically he had to do several modifications, like shortening the standoff so he could put more dampening in, and essentially eventually dampening the flight controller, enabled to tune it better. So now, if I was going to build one, he's done all the hard work in what he had to do around it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a very knowledgeable man and a great resource to the hobby, and he puts some sort of good videos. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. But
Yeah,
hopefully, yeah,
Acro, yeah, FPV Acro School Infinity Flips.
yeah.
5 days ago, that's the one I watched, and I was
Infinity
like,
Flips.
what the hell?
Yeah, well, I saw them from him first time, and I loved doing them now. But in wind, I ended up quite far away. Boom, boom. And actually, it's fun. It's so much fun, especially for showing people.
Yeah.
Because it
I
looks
just-
good line of sight. You just think, what? It's just
Sorry, I'm bloody yawning away. Sorry. Just having a quick little look to see what he's doing. Back
He's,
on throttle.
we should put the link in the chat.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got. the
Because I
link.
think it's it's not quite NJ
Sorry, pull
Tech,
out.
I don't think. It's NJ Tech Guitar. What's it?
Got it.
Neil.
Well, I've got
Tech.
the episode or
Yeah.
thing that I'm watching.
I should have it finally. After the issues getting connected tonight, I don't know where I'm at anymore. I know where I'll find it. Oh, NJ Space Tech on that. If you type NJ Tech, you find him actually. Not New Jersey Tech. It's fun. So yours is,
What?
that's his channel.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Neil Jones
Yeah.
Guitar.
So
Testing
what
race
that's about.
flight. He's well because he tries to do the different FPV tuition videos and how to fly some. In fact, we should get Tony to learn some of these things off of these videos. That's it.
For his freestyle. Tony's given up on
Yeah.
it tonight, he said. He's had enough.
Yeah, I think he's on his
So,
connection issues. But this is it. We can talk about him and set a challenge. We'll set the Tony challenge for him. Tony flying freestyle and doing each one of these FPV acro school things of NJ Techs.
yeah, that's it. Really annoying
Awesome.
him.
That's perfect. So Saturday we'll film it and film him flying and his whole lead up to it, just to prove he has flown freestyle. We'll steal his memory card from his GoPro as well, so we've got a copy of his flight. Just to
I
prove
was really impressed with his wing and his wing flying. He had a bloody good time. If he had more batteries, I reckon he would have stayed for a bit longer.
Does he have it on 3 or 4 cell? 3 cell.
3 cell.
Yeah.
That's all he needed, honestly.
Well, there's very little I need to do on my plane to bring it down, but they fly for a while. You can fly 10 minutes sometimes with these things.
Yeah. Well, he brought one back in only on.
I haven't flown a plane in years, but with everyone posting their links on how they attach their phones to their quads and stuff, I went back through and I looked for when I used to do it with my phone. It was the old Nokia N93. If you remember it, it used to flip out and look like a camcorder, little portable hand cam thing. And I built this design out of balsa wood and elastic bands, and I attached it to my big SIG LT25 electric conversion plane and flew it around. It was 8 years ago. It was 2008.
Can I ask, when you convert a plane to electric,
yeah.
Do you offset the motor to stop the torque?
Yeah, generally. I mean, if you've already got usually it's built into the fuselage or the mounting bracket. If you have to fashion up a motor to go into the engine mount area where you mount it to the fuselage, you need about a 5-degree angle to counter the rotation of the prop.
Okay.
But usually you can, if it's just a plate that you bolt an engine mount to, it doesn't matter if it's an electric or an IC one, it has that built into it, yeah?
Okay. Yeah, I just wondered.
Yeah.
We've got a giant Piper Cub
Yeah,
with the
Sheldon.
toe on it coming down. Yeah, Sheldon down to Hidden Valley this weekend. So hopefully we're all gonna chase him.
Yeah, I,
Fly and chase and.
I had an awesome time. He brought down his massive, I think it was an extra plane, like 55cc plane. It was awesome. And actually, I've got the video. It was at Hidden Valley 2 weekends ago for Clint's birthday bash, and I need to post it. It was awesome fun. I love chasing planes, and maybe that's it. Mine's a small little Cigar V4, but yeah, chasing planes in the air is fun because you can usually tell what it's going to do, so you can follow it. You can
Yeah,
chase
I
my
mean,
plane, Jack. You can chase my plane.
I like Sheldon. I really do. I really do. Good guy.
Yeah, I
He's a
do.
good guy. I miss you. I miss Adam. I can't wait for this weekend. I'm looking forward to.
So who's coming down that
chatting.
you know of from this weekend then? Is Adam coming
All the
down?
crew. I
Hopefully.
believe so. He's back, I believe.
You know, Jacques from up
Yeah.
this way, who was down doing the build day
Yeah.
at Let's Turn Out, he's coming down.
Hey,
It should be a good turnout. Dom's, I think,
that's
camping
it,
the
yeah.
Friday night, isn't he? So he might be down. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Should be a good weekend.
Yeah.
Let's just say voice
So,
of
if you
doom.
can, if you can make it, please come join. Join the party. Watch me and Tony bicker. I think Jay and Tony are going to bicker more now. Now
Oh,
you've
no.
upset
You
Tony.
see, we have shared interests in food, eating stuff, so he's never really going to hate me for it.
Not killing the animals.
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
If you
I'm not as eco-friendly on the food scheme as he is on that front because he's vegan. Actually, it was so funny because on that way down when I came down the first night, and I was thinking this the other day, we were in the car and he said, "Do you want to get some food?" And I said, "Oh no, I'm vegetarian. Don't worry about it." And you said, "Don't worry, the other person there's vegan." And I thought, you just pulled my leg. He's not vegan. I mean, I'm vegetarian. That's one thing, but vegan? Wow. And I didn't actually. And then it turns out when I met Tony, yeah, he was.
yeah.
Yeah. Fair play, Tony. Fair play. It's not easy. It's not easy, and you've taken the hard route.
Yeah, that's why I was like bloody vegetarians scumbags.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, because the next event where I met you, oh no, that was before that, wasn't it? Yeah, that was before that.
And I was just like, yeah,
Well,
never take Jack seriously. That's,
I'm hoping you're going to bring the veggie-friendly grill. Don't you have Tony's veggie-friendly grill, or the one that Tony uses?
It's still in vegetarian mode.
So it has never had
Vegan
meat
mode.
cooked on it.
No, it has, but it was thoroughly cleaned.
Yeah.
It's been thoroughly cleaned and then had only vegetable things cooked on it.
So to Tony's standard, which is a high standard of cool.
High standard of wash it, set fire to it for half an hour.
I try and be strict, but he's much more hardcore than I, and that is common. Yeah. Yeah. So there's going to be a few things setting up. It's going to be.
So, any other topics you want to bring up? There's not much that's happened this week.
No.
Like this week, there was like a little meet up and stuff where Tony flew his wing and stuff with another fossil guys came and they built a tower out of scaffolding. That was pretty amazing. I didn't get to fly it that much. I literally showed up 7 hours late and flew for 2 hours.
Scaffoldings and hard movable objects like playgrounds is fun until you hit it, and it might be no hits or anything, but it makes for great video and flying, but there's no two ways, is it?
No, in the chat,
cameras or antennas usually for me.
Of the bank holiday flying funds, that's what they named it. They said that's all they talked about for days afterwards was how great the scaffolding was. So
it's not easy to put up though.
Of what how much these guys loved this scaffolding. Should we call it there?
Yeah, why not, man? Why not?
I think
So
we've been going for a while.
we have, and it's been fun. I think we've. Oh, have
Yeah,
we just
man.
made an hour? I don't know if we've just made an hour.
Yeah, I
Was
think
it?
so.
Let's open it up to the chat for like last 5 minutes. Is there anything anyone wants to chat, discuss, or anything, or not even 5 minutes or whatever? Because how many people are listening? Can we see? There's a group chat. We can see Steve in there.
Four viewers.
Ah, do
Four
well.
viewers. It's
You're
the
right.
group chat. I think the people who are in the group who've got the initial first link have got. So I don't
see.
know.
Ah,
Yeah,
Australia
Paul's
this
going
week.
to come down
Ah,
this
sweet.
week.
I'm Chip
But
Guy.
have rescued a friend from Geordieland. So
I
I
think
don't
there's
know.
a.
Do you want to put questions in powering on if you want, because we can't see the actual chat. I bet there's people being like screaming at
In
us.
fact, I have checked a couple of. No, Frank put a
Downwash
couple.
from a helicopter is 30 miles an hour at least. So how the hell would you get a drone to fly anywhere near that tail rotor? Fair point.
That's
Fair
very
point.
true. Yeah. Oh, well, you
Yeah,
know, this is.
maximum rate of an avian is 2 miles an hour. Downwash from a helicopter is 30 miles an hour at least.
That
I love
maybe
Frank.
looked a bit
Factual,
more than 2 miles an hour,
accurate.
but not 30 miles an hour. But that's the other thing they sold. They didn't say
Yeah.
when they did. It did go towards the tail rotor, so it was plausible, and it's a shame that they dramatized it into a scenario. It's highly unlikely, but it was plausible to, if everything was perfect and even the chickens were crowing in the right way as the sun rose in the west. I don't know.
No, that's it. No,
Chris says, did you see what I posted about Popham? There is a little, I think we did earlier, there's a little fly-in or something. Let me scroll up and we can. So, anyone coming for the Popham Open Practice Day on the 10th of September, you will need a 25 milliwatt and race band compatible VTX.
Ugh.
That's pretty hardcore.
The thing
But
is,
yeah,
right? Everyone's like, "Oh, we're
there is.
flying 25 milliwatt," but the race band channels are not legal in the UK.
Are they not?
No,
I
no,
did not
they
know
are
that.
not. I've had it on authority that you're not allowed to use the race band channels. They are illegal.
Okay, well, just to add to that, actually, Chris did say he will put a proper notice out on the Facebook groups soon. So that's just over a week away, isn't it? So not this weekend, next weekend. I'm not going to be going, even though I do have a race band TM25, which some people have been having problems with, but I love mine. Yeah, but that means you have to have even a race band compatible receiver on you, which I broke mine recently. So that's an open practice day for those only with the required equipment, unfortunately. There you go, Jack.
Back evil one. Okay, thank you. You've been listening to Let's Drone On for the last hour. Sorry.
Well, let's drone out, isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, it was a bit of a mess. We were all late.
We've learned from the experience.
Yeah, we will whinge at Frank for we're pretending Frank and Andrew are two different people right about now.
We weren't all late. Tony
we'll
and I weren't. I need to give Tony at least that credit.
Whinge at Frank and get the correct login details for the stream thing.
Yeah.
So.
But thanks to all our listeners who managed to find us despite, and even if you listen to this afterwards, thanks for listening to it afterwards. But actually, it's been quite the worst night in history of Let's Drone Out, and it's our 1 year anniversary.
That's it. So don't forget, we've got a Patreon. You can do that. That will really help. Because then we won't. That will really help new listeners of the show or people who have only just discovered us, because then it means that we'll be able to have a back catalogue and all the hosting can be held up. We will start moving. We've got a YouTube channel now. YouTube channel, Let's Drone Out, and we'll be uploading all the old episodes up, and you can, whilst on YouTube, listen to the show. It's $11 a month. That's all we need. So far, we've got $3 from our first Patreon. Don Robinson, thank you. The reason why Let's Drone Out exists because he wanted a podcast to listen to. We've got BSM Web. Is that right? Is that right?
BSM, what? BDSM.
Yeah.
Have we got BDSM?
No, not that kind of. Thomas, and oh man, what's his name? I know his name. Oh God, I was just chatting to him the other day. Chatting to him. Paul and Thomas. Australia flying.
Bruce. What? Who? What?
No,
Okay, I'm a bit lost. Let's just take us off as the back just so I can catch up. Sorry, man.
Bruce is
Bruce
from,
Simpson. Yeah.
Bruce. No, Bruce. We have not got Bruce Simpson on.
And that's my challenge now. I'm going to go one slightly antipody into another slightly Yeah. Let me have words and see what I can do.
Well, have a word, see whether you can get him on.
There is options as well. Maybe even getting some contacts for some older people, like some old school people like Juz 70 on. That'd be awesome.
No, asked him. He said no. He's not
Did
into
he?
self-promotion. Yeah.
Well, okay. I know someone that might speak to him that might just ask if he'd come on just for our own benefit, not to even self-promote, just so we can find out how he's got on with the hobby. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to sell himself.
Juz has been doing well, man. He's been doing some Boris B stuff.
I know. That's what I'm just saying. How he just his story, anything. It's just interesting. But
I love Juz. Golden. Oh, I know, Juz. So how is Let's Drone Out promotion for yourself? Like Let's Drone Out.
No.
Mess.
It's basically fellow lovers of these things to other passionate people of these things. That's what it is. It's a core. We do it. We're not paid. We do it for the passion.
Yeah. If you come on Let's Drone Out, you're doing Let's Drone Out a favour by making a not
giving
shit
to the community rather than gaining from the community.
Yeah, that's it. It's the equivalent of a new Beta Flight release that actually works. Boris will hear that one day, and I will get a message on Skype being like, I heard that you shit.
I've never looked back from anything other than Betaflight on a Nazi board since I went to it.
Well, as you know, I've got a. Hang on, this is Rich coming from Mr. Oh, I've just got a KISS board and I'm really.
Yeah, but I did that before KISS 3 came out, which everyone. And to be honest, I was only to try something different because it gets quite boring if you're always buying Nazi boards. You know what I mean? So it was something different. And I know they all run on each other practically, but something just different. And I was impressed.
Also, if you I know you haven't got KISS ESCs. Sorry to cut you off, but if I don't say it, I will forget. If you're running KISS ESCs, Felix released the new firmware for the version 1.03 for the KISS ESCs, and it's in beta on the RC forums, and you have to search for it a lot, and it was released on the 27th of August.
You know what this has prompted, Jack? You know what that prompts, don't you? How could we not go by
What, me flashing it and then my quad freaking the hell out?
There's two key moments in the history of Let's Drone Out Radio, all related to ESCs. The ESC list just started, and then the firmware flashing guide a few weeks ago.
I know. I don't care. That guest thoroughly hated me. Without naming names. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, I come on, they're more interested about complaining about free stuff. I was like, it's not a complaint, it's just an observation. You know, the washing machine got it as well. And that was made by Hotpoint, if anyone wants to know. Alright, no worries. Thank you for tuning in. Have you got anything else to say? Sorry, Joey.
No, just that I'm looking forward to meeting you again down at the Let's Drone Out games. It's been a good summer, fun summer with good weather and great opportunities and meeting some new great people. So let it continue whilst the season's still here. Get out and fly.
Yeah, I miss you, man. I haven't
I
seen
love
you in
you,
ages.
Jack. Oh, and Tone, if you were here, I'd give you a hug, but you're not. You bailed on us due to your internet connection. But yeah, it's been a fun catch up when you're on, eh?
No, I
Yeah.
know. It's crazy, man. If you think
Here's
about
to the
it,
next year. If I had a drink with me right now, in fact, I do. Hold on.
I
Some
don't.
random,
It's incredibly
random
unlucky.
Italian spirit that I brought back when I was over there. So here's to Let's Run Out for another year.
I will hold up a lighter because that's got food in it.
The trouble is, now I've started that, I'll probably continue a bit more of it. And the festivities continue.
Jay's like wrecked for work. He's like DUI, showing up
Oh.
at Hidden Valley.
To be honest, I've been wrecked for work more than once this week.
Oh dear.
Shattered.
You
But
really need a weekend off.
the show must go on. And then there's still Voice of Doom's birthday bash after. Well, I've got my girl's birthday next weekend, Hidden Valley this weekend. So after next weekend in Salisbury, I've got another weekend at Hidden Valley for Voice of Doom's birthday bash. And then I think there was even talk on Bruno's Facebook live feed between him and NJ Tag that we might even have a trip to Norfolk to fly some of the cliffs. So that might be another weekend.
Fly some of the what? Sorry, it blipped. The internet blipped just then to make it sound like fly with some of the pricks, which I
Well,
know is not what you said.
no, that is not. Some of the cliffs in Norfolk.
Oh, Clint.
So essentially, what it translates to is about 2 months worth of no weekends at home, either flying or visiting.
You're going to get a divorce.
No, because half of the time that I've not been at home, I've been with her ladyship. So it's, I just need time for me sometimes. And my me time is flying time, I suppose. That is the same.
I've forgotten who I am and what I stand for.
But yeah, it'd be a fun
Steve
weekend.
said $11 per month. I'll pay that if you get the Gremlins sorted.
Oh,
The
that would.
Gremlin is us. So like, if you like the show, then you like the Gremlins.
I've got lost in the different chats, but yeah, Steve, you've been with
Yeah.
us throughout this whole show. Thanks, man. And
Or-
here's another drink to you because you're holding up your wine.
Yeah.
But the Gremlins are caused and by lack of funding largely. And
So here's the story. If I'm all for being straight. So Frank, I've stopped hosting the show because we had that thing where we couldn't connect because some of the networking had changed or something, and they changed the server. So then Frank fixed it on his, and he's been hosting for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So when Frank this week had his train cancelled, then none of us can get hold of him because he's on a later train and not home to look at his settings to give to me to go on the streaming software.
And I'd even tried on mine, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get it working either.
Yeah.
Even though from where we started, it's turning out. So it was organisation, and actually it is lessons learned. 1 year on, we hope we'd learned, and we have learned lessons over the year. There are still things that we need to pay for though, which is the hosting of the actual files so people can tune in anytime, anywhere, and things like editing it and stuff. So that's how we, there is that Patreon stuff that covers that.
Yeah.
But sometimes our Gremlins we can do through self-organization because obviously you guys listen. We really appreciate you guys listening, and
yeah,
if you can give back and you do, that's wonderful. But if you can't, we just really appreciate you all tuning in.
Yeah.
What's the point of us chatting otherwise and talking about these stuff?
Yeah. At the moment, Frank's paying for the editing, and I'm paying now for the hosting. So that's it. And hopefully next week, iDrone will be sponsoring us. We had a phone call and a message from Neil from iDrone, and he was like, guys, he needs sponsoring. Just listen to the show. I'm happy to sponsor you for a good couple of weeks. So he's come to our rescue as always. So, and he's like, that means a lot because not only is he helping us and he's giving back to the community because we know you guys love the show, but also, he's having a really hard time. One of his family members is really ill. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you know, and this is all happening whilst he's helping out with the Formula FPV event that weekend as well, you know, and he gets back from that, and you know he's helping sponsor the show. So it's people like that, and you know, you guys, you know, buying things from him and helping support. It's, you know, it's only like now and again that you know, you really think, and like things like this happen, you think, wow, you know, it's, you know, we're all supporting each other, and it's, you know, very delicate and fragile, and if National Rail decides to get in the way of things, it's surprising how quick stuff goes downhill. But
You
you
know,
know, hopefully this weekend will be a way of us, you know, hanging out with everyone, and you know, you actually seeing us in real life and interacting and showing our appreciation. And I will try and vlog.
vlog. Oh dear. Oh dear. But no, actually, this will be fun.
Vlog it.
Well, including Tony's freestyle.
Yeah.
Actually, you know,
The
Jack,
information of you.
White Spy said a long time ago that he puts the radio on in the workshop, and more than just, and he's been a good listener over the years, say years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to know that. I suppose it's you guys are out there. Yeah.
I mean, I very rarely chat about my I've got another podcast. I'm not going to say its name or anything because it's pretty horrific because just for me it's like personal, and I, like, as much as I love you guys, I don't really want to have you guys subjected to me in that state. But I was very depressed, and it was my whole podcast was a way of me checking in with this friend of mine, and he would check in with me every week to see how I'm doing, and like we do small steps to help manage my depression. And it is a complete whinge fest. And we started that podcast, and we were like, I remember saying to him, like, as long as we have like one listener, then I feel, you know, that we've achieved, you know. And the fact that now it's led me to do this, and we get several listeners. It's a miracle, really.
Actually, Jack, there is someone that, because I've flown with them, and you know what? This year's been an interesting one for me for how I connect to people, and some people have tuned into the show based on me meeting them because they didn't know about it before. But he actually got married today, Matt. So congratulations, Matt. I just remembered, and actually, it's, yeah, you know, we even got this discussion earlier with me, but we had a show to do. But yeah, Matt, you won't be listening to this now, I hope, because if you are, tomorrow's going to be a divorce. But thanks for listening.
Sorry, I quite like that. Oh, bless. That's it. And you know, I was like listening to Chad. You know, like I put up the Chad episode. It's on my YouTube where this is. So if you're watching this, then you get to listen to that. And he was saying like the best thing about this hobby is all the people you'd meet who you wouldn't necessarily meet in real life. You know, and we're all from like different walks of life. You know,
and ability, physical ability. Sometimes people struggle to get to certain flying sites, and how much camaraderie there is to help everyone enjoy, or even the problems. That it's one of those fascinating. I don't know. It's not a hobby. It's a passion, isn't it? I said, it's not a pastime because it's current. Hobby doesn't quite sum up what it is. I think it's a way of life in some way for some people. Yet it's a passion, the whole thing. And to see the camaraderie and the helpfulness and the resourcefulness amongst the people out there for each other to enjoy it. And yet even the banter and the jokes and stuff. I mean, I got called Cardboard J because I missed a few events, so they were joking about putting me up as a Cardboard J just so I could be at the events. It was funny, you know. So there's banter, but people are always so helpful, and even the people that have disabilities getting to the places are still helped out to fly. It is a wonderful thing to have, be a part of.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know, I said it to Chad,
Yeah,
man.
well done, man.
My life. You know,
This is truly Let's Drone On. You're listening to us.
Yeah.
Not on poweringon.co.uk, which you can usually listen to us, but it's
abandoned.
Google Hangouts.
I don't even know if the link for Let's Drone Out still works and stuff. Who knows? But
You know what? If we
alright,
did this
right, let's
again,
call it.
I will get a camera. So let's put that.
Okay, webcam.
Alright.
Right. Thank you for listening. You've been like this is the longest me and Jay have ever chatted alone.
It's been fun. It's been real fun. Yeah.
Yep.
Not
And
true, but, yeah. You
yep.
can listen to it again, everyone. This is the 1 year episode. Thank you, Jack, for being here for the start. I mean, you've upheld a lot of episodes that we haven't made, so thank you. And I'm going to sign this one off so you don't have to. Check us next week. Back on probably poweringon.co.uk, but maybe even simulcast on Google Hangouts. We'll try that one out. We will get our gremlins sorted. And actually, if you can help us out on the Patreon stuff, even £11 per month would go massively helpful.
You don't. You can just all like if everyone just donates $1, I'm sure there's 10 listeners.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
why
It's a total of $11 that's needed, not $11 a month. It's just Jack's vast habits that might cost $11 a month, which isn't very vast in the great scheme of things. Yeah.
So I will be the beneficiary who can't spell sponsor the £11, and I will now just receive my tiny whoop. I may be there at the next event.
What, this weekend? No, the next weekend.
Steve posted.
Thank you, Steve. Or Skrellin UK. Is that your YouTube name or something? Is there a link to you? Because we'll give you a special announcement. You just, if you're prepared to help us out, we'll give you a little thank you, massive shout out. And any way we can give back on Let's Drone Out. So this is Let's Drone On because we're still on the air and we're still going. Jack and I, hardcore through to the end. Here we go. There's no one here at home to steal my internet either, so I can go all night, baby. There's no one going to download anything late night. Yeah.
Go and go to sleep. All right, thank you guys. And don't forget, pledge $100 or more every month. I will hang out on a one-to-one video chat, and you make a photo of Tony plus all the previous stuff.
No, we'll just make Tony do something, and you can even get a specialized Tony vegan recipe where he'll cook it live for your one-on-one chat. Yeah. Or is that the $200 mark?
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Jay, shut up.
Thank you.
No worries. Take care, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Sorry, Jay.